All right. I think everything's good to go. I think my volume's up, hopefully. Oh man. Another rough Saturday morning. So this time I decided to, instead of updating on Friday night, I would update this morning. It's literally an hour of updating. An hour. Ugh. It was the worst. It was the worst. Okay. So, I'm gonna work on Eddington a little while we wait for some people to join. But I think we'll work on the null database then. All right. Where is my Ooh, I don't have desk space. I don't have desk space. That's what I need. I need a bigger desk. Bigger desk. Let me move this out of the way. All right. What was I going to do here? I was going to... I'm kind of blanking. Sorry. Okay. Have a lot on my mind as of late. Like ethical dogfighting. Zellage. I really need to stop using Zellage. That's like my goal for 2024. Stop using Zellage. Yeah. All right, this is running locally. Let's jump over here now, and we'll do tilt up. And then we'll do another new tab, and we'll leave that there. We got the code up. We'll vim in right into here. We'll go here. We'll open up Firefox. We'll do local host 3000. What is this on? It is on 1035.0. 1035.0. All right. Everything seems to be up and working. User. New application. Resource group not. Oh. Well then. That's what we were having a problem on. We were just generally logging better. So let's do that. Let's finish that. All right. So this is basically, we have this little thing set up where you can have a resource group. And basically that's not, when you create a new application, you have to put it in a new resource group or in a resource group that exists. Here we did a resource group of default because that's the one that gets created for you. So when you first created an account, you don't have to create a resource group. But this is what's happening right here. Okay. So let's a dot log dot. This is probably not a. This is a warn. This is a warn. Like, it's not an error. It's a bad request. Or it should be. In this case, I actually think it's an error. Like, I think there's a bug in some of our logic. But in theory, just because you make a request with the wrong resource group, it's kind of a warn. All right. Resource group not found. This is not a variable. All right. Is there anything more that we can do there? Wait. Oh, it's a warn W because we have the sugared writer. This is a sugared writer, right? I think so. W. Yeah. It has no field warn. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It has to. It says it does right here. Oh, it has no warn W. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Do we not have a sugared logger? Do we not have a sugared logger? This is sugar logger. Oh. You know what I'm going to do? I think it would be better just to have a sugared logger. I know it's not quite as efficient, but I think it will just be nice. And then this W will work down here. We don't need this anymore. I don't think we need to log parsing form error. That's kind of on them. We can log if we have more specific validation. But even then, that should be returned to the user. I think I could change my mind. And then all these go from this to just a.log. All right, yep. Now we got the warn W because we have the sugared logger. Perfect. We have 3 other errors. I'm sure that's because we were calling the sugared logger. Let's see. Any is the next error. So we just do VIW, DI, a.logs. You know what? What if I do this? And then I do VIWP. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that felt good. Whip. I think that's how I would pronounce that action, is a whip. VIWP. Felt good, though. All right. So I was just going to work on this a little bit while we wait for some people. And then I was thinking that we would flip over, and I've been neglecting. The video won't come out anytime soon. Maybe the end of this month, September. But I've been neglecting getting my next database episode out. And I'll be caught up with Kubernetes at the end of this week, which will be great. And so then I was thinking we'd start talking about database indexes. And we'd start updating our Rust database to have the most basic index I could come up with. And so we'll do that live on stream. I will make a nice video about it as well. You'll get to see some of the behind the scenes where I'm like, how do I in Rust read a file backwards? I didn't know how to do that with the first one. I knew what I wanted to do, how to do it. I didn't know off the top of my head. That's generally my... All right, my general state. I know what I want to do, but I... All right, so this is, I wanted to look here because this is basically the function that is failing. And unfortunately, I think we're just going to get this error back. But what I'd like to do is actually just print in here for debugging purposes. So when this goes through, I'd like to actually see all the resource groups this person has. Because I'm thinking it's a mismatch between how it gets saved in the database, or maybe our query isn't recalling all of them. Which right now it's an in-memory database, so I can't really do I can't see how it is on disk. So that's great. So let's just do... You know, I was going to print it here. Oh, crap. I forgot what's go back in... Like, Control 6 is to flip between two buffers, the last buffers. What is, like, go back? When you, like, you do GD and you go to definition, but if you want to go back, it is... Shift Y? Nope. Nope. U is up, right? Yeah. Up and down. Got that. My goodness. Let me go search it really quickly. Control O. I was not really close, but I was close. I had that it was the second hand. Control O. There we go. Okay. So should we do it here? We get the user context, and this is working. We're not logging, but I think I just want to actually print the entire thing for debugging purposes. How's everyone doing this Saturday morning? Well, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. OMG log. Such a silly pants. Let's just log this. Yeah. We'll do that. Ooh, I almost did quit. Had to almost. There we go. Now we got to create the user again just because in-memory database. But. Here we go. We should see logs. Come on. We see logs. Beautiful. We send this. Beautiful. Aha. So it's not retrieving. Kind of like we guessed. So this is coming back as a big middle finger. Oh, crap. So we fixed this error. It's not erroring. I suppose we could print the orgs out. But this is obviously not working. So it looks like owner ID isn't getting it. Isn't cutting it. Let's make sure the owner database looks like that. So that would be under here, right? Yeah. So we have our we have our owner ID. Now I think this translates to owners underscore ID, but maybe what we could do to alleviate that and make and ensure it would be to do this. I think we can just do owner ID, right? Oh. I think we can do that. Just to try to ensure that what we get back is what we want. I'm not sure that it makes sense to actually print here. I mean, we can. The other thing that we could do is try to run this outside of Kubernetes and run it with like a SquirrelLite database that's in a file. So we can look at the database and actually see what Bun is doing. I think this is an issue we're having with Bun specifically. Not Bun's issue per se, just that just an issue with my understanding. I've never used Bun. Never used Bun before. I actually don't like ORMs. They're great for prototyping. I really do think that they're great for both. I'm just not accustomed to using them because very rarely have I been doing prototyping recently. Usually I'll just whip out the null database. I mean, get a real database, please. Please. What are we gonna print? We're gonna print just. We'll print the whole orgs variable, and then I guess this is gonna have to build. This, I believe, we should be able to do some better individual testing, not end-to-end testing. That's one thing I would like to, I think actually it would make debugging some of this easier, is if basically we could do a workflow, since the database is in memory, we could spin this up and just run some of these things that require the database, like add a user and then get that user's stuff and make sure that it's the same thing. I think those would be worthwhile. Maybe we'll do those next weekend if I stream. All right, we're up and going. Let's see what those logs are saying. Okay, so I mean this is saying the same thing. It's not returning anything, which is kind of what I guessed. All right, next plan. Let's just delete this. Will that give us everything? Is that valid? Is that valid Bun? I don't know if this is valid Bun, but if this will return every single org written to the database, then we can validate that was a thing written. That's what I want to know. Was a thing written? That's it. Give me your things. All right. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I almost feel like it's not written. That's the feeling I'm getting. That's the feeling I'm getting. All right, so let's undo this because, you know, we really do want to get that. But now I feel like let's check out the new user. Create user. All right. What are we looking at here? So here we're getting the org ID. This doesn't seem to be failing per our logging. When we create a user, there's no, yeah. Create org ID of 0. And it returns a 200, so we're not hitting this edge case. We're not logging anything. Let's do like some stuff like this. Name would be default plus owner ID. Oh, come on. So we need to do string strings dot, what is it? Can I just do string? Yeah, we'll just do format string on it. That's the right way to do this, right? Probably not, but it will be fine. Oh, come on. Wait. Cannot use as rune variable an argument. What is it wanting it? If it's not wanting it as %d. Wait a second. I must be blanking on here because I'm pretty sure that's the right one. So, I mean, I must be blanking because it's obviously not the right one. Golang. Maybe I'll just do printf. Maybe that's my problem. Okay, at least I can do this. I didn't think that this should create, but we can handle this. Org string. What a variable name. Error. We'll have to capture that error. Yeah, it does return an error. All right, write that. And then we can go ahead and org as string. Whoa, wait. Then we don't need this. Garbage. Ugh. I don't want this. I don't want this. I was just blindly following this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. I thought. All right, well, we'll just use string convert. This feels dumb. I feel like I should just be able to do this, but. All right, so we can do Control V and then what? Shift $. Cool. Wait. That wasn't string convert is just str. Yeah, str. Beautiful. Wait. What was the variable? Org ID. Oh, it's the owner ID. All right. Cannot use owner ID variable type. As in, this does not take AI64. Great. Oh, we have to do format int. Perfect. That will take an int 64. Okay. Did that return an error? No, just no. Cool. That was more work than it should have been. All right. I don't think that's going. So my only thought was like maybe it has a problem with. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Just had a thought. Just had a thought. What if here in the get user context, we're printing all the orgs. I was going to say, what if it's just not retrieving the effective join because the resource groups are in its own database since it's a different model or different table? But that's not true because we do print all the whole org. So the org should have its name coming back with it at least. But it doesn't appear to be that. So, oh, no, that is exactly what it's doing. This is its name. This is its ID, and it doesn't have any resource groups. That is exactly what's happening. Okay. So we're getting the resource group. We're just not getting, or we're getting the org. We're just not getting the resource group tied to it. That's doable. Let's search that. Golang bun. Let's see. It's either that when we create it, new user. No, it's create user. Create user. It's either that when we create it, we don't link it properly, which we do right here. Uh-oh. I saw something. Guessing that's the ID of it. So this is the name, the owner ID, and its ID. Okay. This is interesting. The reason I say this is interesting, we know that this right here is returning a 1. It's returning a 0. But maybe its ID returns the integer generated by the database in response to a command. Typically, this will be from an auto increment column when inserting a new row. Not all databases support this feature, and the syntax of such statements varies. Maybe we shouldn't use this. So what I'm thinking is this is not returning the right thing. No. No. Oh, we're in the application controller. Where am I looking for? That's not what I want to do. That's nice though. Shift D just deletes it. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I meant Control D. Is this not the way to do this? I'm almost thinking instead of doing this, what if we just make the resource group part of this and then insert it? What if, let's just try that. We'll just delete that. We'll paste that here. We will, I need a plugin or something to do commenting out. And then what we'll do is we'll just do, it's kind of messy, but we'll just do org resource groups at 0 equals we'll just make a new one. All right, we'll just do, what was this? This is a yep, okay. Makes sense. My bad. And then we'll save this to the database. Is this the right thing to do? Then we'll just save the org. And then hopefully this gets the org ID. Like, I don't know if this will work. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see. I feel like that's probably not the right answer. That's what I'm gonna say. Probably not the right answer. I mean, it didn't really get worse. Didn't really get worse. I mean, this Oh, I need to like delete this and delete this because I just set the org ID to something. I just set it to the user there. That definitely shouldn't have worked because I feel like it shouldn't overwrite the org ID if I did set it. So I feel like here it should set the org ID to the org that's being saved. I don't know that this is how this works though. While that's building, let's look up some bun examples. I am missing something. All these things are great. This is where sometimes just good old squirrel is a little easier, I think. Yeah, we still got 200. Okay. Let's see the logs from that. Nothing changed. Okay, so we're gonna undo a lot of this. All right. So I think saving them at twice like this is the right thing. But I think another experiment would be just to be like +1. If this is like the 0 index, like it's giving not the ID. It's not giving the ID column. It's because like this could be, but this could also just be a in-memory SQL light thing. It's returning the indexed column because it looks like it's actually a 1 instead of a 0. Oh, I can't do this. I can do this though. All right. Let's go. I gotta wait for that to get deployed. If this works, this is not a good solution. I mean, I guess most of my stuff is not a good solution. Is my stream not doing well? Does not appear to be doing well. Let's see. I don't know. Huh. Oh, is that just during builds? Is it just during builds? Yeah, it seems to be when it builds the containers, it goes to crap. That's no bueno. No bueno. See, this is saying org ID is 1. Wait, where was that code? Oh, yeah, well, right after this code. But what's more important is here, the ID appears to be 1, actually. So that's maybe there's a different way to query and get everything. They have an actual docs site. Let's go to that instead of their examples. Their examples are maybe confusing outside of their docs. Let's see. Get started. Let's see here. Connecting to a database, use bound with existing defined models, scanning query results. All right, when it comes to scanning query results, button is very flexible and allows scanning into structs. That's what we're doing. Into scalars. Okay. Into map and into slices of the types above. Yep, this is what we're doing. You can also return results from insert, update, delete query and scan them too. So IDs, what are they doing here? DB, new delete model. Oh, interesting. But also recognizes common table relationships. So, for example, you can define a belongs to relation, and button will join the story author for you. This is kind of what. Oh, do I need to do this dot relation? I think that's maybe what I need to do. That's what I was missing. In my select, I need to give it the relation I'm looking for. How would I know that example was in basic? Okay. I guess it is fairly basic, but all right. I guess just reading the docs. Their docs are fairly good. So it is the select code, maybe. Now, I don't know. Maybe I've screwed it up here. I'm going to delete this line. I'll delete it last. Right? That's what I'm going to do. We're up here. Get user context. Okay. So here, after model, I'm just going to do relation. Relation. And this is going to be what? This is going to be the name. So resource group. Resource groups, I think. Is it the name of the model? Author. Is author the name of the struct? Or let's see. Yeah, it's the name of the struct. So we want the name of the struct. The name of the struct is resource group. Because I was worried it might be the name here, like resource groups, not the name of the struct. So that was all. I think we're right here. Okay. It's kind of a bummer that building the containers is going to tank my stream. I don't like that a whole lot. Don't love that. I need better internet. I think it actually just consumes the internet downloading stuff. Resource group not found. Oh. I put an S on it. I feel like that should have given me an error instead of just returning. So I do like this. It's not forcing me to always have the join. So if all I want is the org, I can just get the org. That's a good thing, but yeah. Can't talk while it's building because my stream is garbage. I just have to hold still so it doesn't look like it's jerky. Just like, yeah, that's what I got to do. Internal server error. Ooh, sweet goodness. That's different at least. Error getting user from database. Model org does not have relation resource group. My foot it doesn't. So it is actually the name. I think it's resource groups that worked. Let's go back to their example because obviously I read it wrong. I'm going to compile this so my... So they did author here. Join on author ID equal... So the author ID equals the ID of this. Let's see. And they did here... Oh, you know what? Their struct is the same name as... So I have author or resource groups because there's multiple of them. I got it. Relation author. So I think it is the model. And that's fine. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do here was see how they insert. How do they insert? Select all users, select one user by primary key, select a story and the associated author in a single query. How do they insert? Where are they inserting? Oh, they pull the ID straight out of that. Okay, so that's cool. We can update our code with that. So basically it populates the thing that you gave. Instead of getting this last row, this last insert, and dealing with this, what we can do is just do org.id. Org.id. right? Now, there was other stuff to look at here. Or does not have a relation. Okay, that we fix that. And maybe now we get the right ID instead of like guessing at what it would be. Let's continue looking at this insert code. Now they insert it separately. So here's the authors, here's the database. Just like us. Just like us. All right. Resource group not found. Okay. I mean, we could just, for right now, do a select on all the resource groups ourselves. So it seems to be fine with this relation. But it's not... they do this. Or you can use scan, which does the same but emits the squirrel.result, only available for selects. Huh. Where is it? Let's see. So this is where maybe we're getting hung up. We have a relation with resource groups. Relation has many. Join ID equal to org ID. So our ID equal to org ID. I think that looks right. And this seems to be working because we're querying by the owner ID. At least this is getting set properly on save. It's just this. Okay, so we're joining ID, this, to org ID. Let's see how this is saying. Bun join. All right, so we have this bun author belongs to author equals author ID. You can query from parent, the child, and vice versa. Has one, belongs to. Okay, right? You can go vice versa. So this was going from the story to the author, whereas this is going the user has a profile. And all they're doing is relation. And in their basic example, when they save this, they just give it an ID from here. Which is what we're doing. Select book.id, author.id as author ID. From books, left join users as author on author. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is basically selecting it but not getting the author. We want the author, right? Has many relation. To find a has many relation, add bun rel has many. That's what we've done. Let's see. Bun rel has many. Okay. It's an array. Looks good. So it's joining ID to user ID. So they have many profiles. Okay. Got it. So we have ID with org ID. Org ID. ID is here. User ID. Perfect. Then we have the rel has many. And we have the join ID. Rel has many. Rel has many. Join. ID to org ID. Okay, okay. This is all looking fine. And we're not doing anything different. We're just doing this to an array of pointers of resource groups. Yeah. Has many relations. You can also define a polymorphic has many relations by using type virtual column and polymorphic option. In the following example, we store all comments in a single table, but use trackable type column to save the model table to which this comment belongs. Okay, yeah. Many to many. Do we have an example of this? Yeah, let's go to this. I want to see how they select it. All right. We create a new user. We do like a where query on the profiles. Okay, that's fine. They're looking for the active profile. That's fine. Okay, and limiting it to 1. That makes sense. This is how they're doing this. Okay, let's see. They create models of user and profile. Oh, are they gonna save this all together? Oh, they do. Wait, no, they don't. Oh, this is just them creating the tables. Okay. It's like, what is it? Okay. So users, they create users, they create the IDs. Done. Boom. And then for profiles, they just create it. Okay, and they do it in 2 queries like we would expect, 2 tables to be inserted to. Right, they're not hiding that, which is good. I like it so far. So they're selecting all users, all the columns from the users. Do I need to specify the columns that I want from the users? I can do this. This felt weird. I thought it would just, you know. Actually, I need to get rid of that, and let's get that in there. Do I need to do where ID equals ID? Like, I thought this was going to get all of them, but maybe I need to do a where. Maybe I have to do a where in this? So this is the owner ID that we're selecting on. But I can do a where on the resource group on org ID. Let's see. If I give a bad relation, it complains. You know what? Maybe also this is like ID, not user. Maybe I need to give the where before the relation. Let's see. Do they do that here? So they don't do a where here. We can kind of start making this a little prettier. It's getting long. And this will help us add in didn't like that. Did it? No, it didn't. No such table ID. No such table ID. I'm misunderstanding something here. So I did this column, not table. I did... I did column. Why is it saying... Why is it saying error? No such table ID. I don't understand. Oh, okay, one second. This is incorrect. Gotta do it like this. Because Go is awesome. It's specifically because Go does not have the concept of semicolons. All right. So it doesn't like column.id. What will it like? Select a book and join the author without selecting it. To select only book idea and associated author ID. Yeah, this is like limiting what you want to select. I don't know why it has a problem with... Oh, this is the... I am an idiot. I am an idiot. Okay. Never mind. I want to select everything. But can I omit it if I want to select everything? Like, why were they doing star if I want to select everything? I don't know. let's go back. So this makes sense. Okay, let's do a where on the author. Or not author, but here. So we could do... Let's do it here. Where... resource group dot owner ID, right? Equals question mark. I want it to be equal to the org ID. I feel like this can't be a where clause because that's like literally what the join is meant to do. I'm searching by the user. Do you know what we can do? Let's just forget joins. For the time being. It's not owner. This would be org ID is equal to yeah, we'll just do the same thing we did down here. Should be fine, right? Orgs 0 dot ID. All right. Hey, thanks for Kanka, thanks for joining. Sorry I missed your message there. I was kind of focusing on this. I've never used bun before in Go, so I really don't know what I'm doing. I thought that this was supposed to interjoin for me here. But what I'm thinking here is I'm actually doing something that can select multiples, but those multiples, I thought I was interjoining on the resource group, but it doesn't appear to be true. So we'll see how this works, where we just go ahead and select. You know what I didn't do? Before we return this, we've got to actually we've got to update this a little. We'll just do orgs at the first one. That's just the one that we're doing. Resource groups is equal to whatever resource groups we're getting back. Oops, oopsie doopsie. How are you doing? And sorry, I know every single time I build, so actually every single time I write in this project, my frame rate goes to garbage. It automatically gets built and deployed to the Kubernetes cluster. But yeah. How's everyone doing? And sorry, I missed the YouTube comments. I'm sorry the stream is struggling some there. Whenever it's building, it gets rough. So we're back to the resource group not found. Let's check our logs though. We're not getting anything. Oh, wait. Yeah. We're still not returning anything from this. Let's make sure I got the right org ID here. It is org ID, right? Yes. Okay. Kind of thought this would work. If you guys on YouTube would like, we can switch over to Rust and doing an index in a database. What I think I need to do, and I'll do this off stream, I need to get to a place where we can run a test on this, just an in-memory database, just do a quick test to run through things, because at this point, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? I did it. That was bad. That was just bad. I'm just iterating quickly, and having it have to get all deployed is kind of a pain to iterate on something that doesn't really need the whole system. Trying to get the whole system working, but doesn't really need the whole system. What? I don't know. 7 years, 8 years, 7 years. I've done a whole bunch of different things. I don't know if that's for better or for worse. That's new. That's new. Let's check those logs. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is new. This is new. I like this. What do you mean legend? I'm no legend. I'm no legend. Application Go 133. Wait. We got past. This is where we have always chronically failed on this. So we finally are getting the actual resource group. Sweet. Sweet. All right. So this is the first time this code has effectively ever run, because this we only have small unit tests, and this right here that you're seeing is very much an integration area, very much tying everything together. We need to make better testing in this. That is for sure. All right. So 133 was this. Owner ID is nil. Is nil. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let's go up here. So this is the memory address, of course. But we have an owner ID there. Huh. Interesting. Interesting, because let's look at this. This user context. Is what we're using to, let's see, get resource group, which is what we're passing in. Oh. Wait a second. So we find the resource group here. And this user context is coming from here. I guess we can just log the user context. Oh, wait. That is what we do here. And that is specifically this. We could do the resource group, but I don't think that would help us. My PC room is nice? Well, thank you. Oh, we're not querying this, so this would be nil. But do you know what we do have? We do have the owner ID. Right? Because if we're looking at getting this function here, we don't actually query the user. But we do have the user ID. So like that's what we're asking for. So we don't need to use this at all. Okay. This is good because we have the user ID right there. Actually, we don't even need this because this request comes with the user ID. So we'll just go with that. Stop. All right. That makes sense. Cool. So, for those of you who are new that don't know what we're doing here, we're building, most likely we're building a hot garbage a hot mess of garbage, but the idea is we're building a cloud provider. This is the next AWS, open source AWS. Sorry about my frame rate when this is building. I don't know if it screws with the audio. Yeah, I'm not sure if the audio comes through nicely while that's working, but I know it kills my frame rate. I need better internet. All right. All right. Moment of truth. Is this gonna work? That works. Socket hung up on me. That's not a good sign. Socket hanging up on you is never... All right, we still have a panic. We still have a memory address. Let's see. This is a weird place. All right, so 138. Oh, I'm basically right there. All right, so we do the create container. I don't even remember what this... Okay, right. Okay, ooh. One, I just did quit. I always do quit. I'm learning to use Vim a little bit better than I have previously used Vim. I usually use VS Code, but yeah. All right, so that is calling the container builder. Let's actually go and see what the container builder did. So this died. Let's go see what the container builder did. Are there logs that it's just not showing us? I feel like there are. One second. What? Here's our container builder. Let's check the logs for that. Let's do this. Absolutely no logs. That's interesting. Interesting. There are logs in that. Henson, what's up? Is that how you would, Henson? Henson? You put me in a terrible position learning to, reading names. Names are horrible. Because the worst thing is you never know where the person originates from. And so then, like, if their name has a J in it, how do you pronounce the J? Is it a J? Is it a J? Is it a silent? Who knows? Who knows? So I just generally guess. I'm generally wrong, too. Okay, so what have I screwed up here? What have I screwed up? Let's first go over to the container builder. I believe that this should have logged, yeah, if it got this call, period. It got this call, period. But it didn't. It didn't. Didn't at all. No things. And then this failed. Wait, what line was that again? I don't remember what line it failed on. Where did we get the messy error? Okay, we'll just make it. We'll make it fail again. Oh, no, it's here. It's here. It's here. I got it. I got it. I got it. What line? I was 138, right? I think it's 130. Yeah, 138. I should have just trusted my memory. 138. Wait. Wrong file. Wrong file. We want the API. This. Okay. So this is that request, and it's a gRPC request. Is it live only on YouTube? No, it's also on Twitch. Actually, I'm a little bit worse about watching Twitch. This is where it's on Twitch. I'm better at watching Twitch chat. I do it on YouTube more of a way to have YouTube like automatically stores the videos for me, which is nice. Whereas Twitch doesn't keep them forever. And so like if we wanted to like use this as a piece of content, I also have you know, if you're looking for other content that I have, there's this right here. That's my like better YouTube channel. So this is where I live stream, but I make standalone videos there. So if you're wanting to see my standalone videos, you can check them out there. Yeah. All right. So okay. So there's a possibility that this didn't work, and I think that's actually what it is. I'm almost positive this call didn't work because there is no log here or anything. And the very first thing that happens is a log. So I don't know how I pronounced your name first, but I'm pretty sure it's Hassan now that I looked at it. I think I was misreading it. Pretty sure. All right. So sorry about that. All right. So I'm pretty sure I screwed that up pretty solidly. But this is probably more of a networking issue, which we'll have to look at. So this is networked a little differently than it would be in production. So these things are all running in Tilt. I don't know if you guys have ever used Tilt with Kubernetes. It's pretty cool. It causes my it rebuilds everything. So check this out. If you haven't seen this before, let's make a meaningless change. We're just going to write a line here. But you'll notice that it's actually rebuilding the container that code was in, which does cause my stream to drop out sometimes. So I don't know if my stream is doing okay, but hello, Mr. Unknown. How are you? All right. So yeah, the stream, I paused for a little while because the stream lags out when this builds, but it's cool because it builds and then deploys it in Kubernetes. But what I'm thinking here now is we're not deploying the services to tie all these things together properly. So a good networking error, because it seems like if we look at what's happening here, if we're looking through the logs, 138 here is right after this network call. And basically, which one is it? Is it the build ID? Let's see. I'm guessing it's this right here. That returns the null, the nil. So yeah. Which just means that, I don't know, I feel like this should complain if it's not connecting, right? It's a gRPC connection. Seems to be connecting fine, though. Unless if it's one of these other things. Okay, let's check some of the other things. So maybe this is working. No, because we're not getting a log, are we? We're not getting a log. This isn't following the logs for some reason. Let's go ahead and just trigger an update on that. Hopefully get the logs. So we redeployed that. Yeah. So it did actually get it. So the networking's fine. This got that, and this still failed. So we were good on the, it was something else. Cool. So for all of you new people on YouTube that have joined, thank you for one. We're trying to build a really simple AWS Lite. It'll be fun. Okay, so basically we're trying to make it so that you can deploy your application and you don't even have to know what a container is. I'm going to deploy it as a container, but that's the idea. So this is maybe working. Let's actually log this request. Let's log the, I hate to log this. You don't really want to log the response, but one of these things is nil. One of these things is not like the other. Does this give us any indication, anything other than the line? We got this. Let's see. Can any of these be null by now? Oh, wait. So this is the app. This would have had to be true already. The user context we've been using, right? Yep. Where is this? Where is this coming from? All right, get resource group name. Oh, that's the resource group ID. Oh my gosh, what a great name. I'm such a great namer. All right, that can't be because that is just a string. Okay. So that can't be nil, not a pointer. The namespace could be. No, the namespace is just a string. I don't know what could be nil out of these. One second. Maybe I'm reading this error wrong. So this is here. It doesn't step into it. Oh, wait. It's saying here, controller's application controller. Yeah, this is the function. I was going to say maybe it was inside this function, the get null application. But it doesn't appear to be. I mean, this is a really... I mean, like, this is just a conversion to a model. Wait. In here, we use org. What do we use it for? Just ID? Just ID? Okay, then we're good. Because the org doesn't have the owner reference to it. We know that from before. What's failing here? Let's just for now do a print here. I should have done this. The only thing I can think of is the return this. Now, while that builds and the stream is a little jerky, I'm going to go get some water. Be right back. All right. I don't have high confidence in anything changing, but maybe we'll see something interesting. No. Did I not? What? First, it should be 140. Should be 140. Uh-oh. It says 137 now. It says 137. This cannot be. Oh, actually, it means that this return is nil. Okay. Fair. Good. We learned something. But why and... Oh. I know. Okay, this is cool. Let's look into this. What if this object, the ret, isn't but this build ID, I mean, it's a string, but it could be it's not a pointer to a string. It shouldn't be able to be nil. It could be an empty string. Let's see. We're not checking the error. Oh gosh. We're not checking the error. Now, the interesting thing is, if there was an error, I would have expected it to be logged here. but it's not. It's let's wait a second. No. I think my first hint, the networking was wrong or was right. Check it out. This is just, it's starting. The server's starting. We don't actually ever get a started build. I thought we saw a started build, but I think I just saw this message and misread it. So what I almost bet you is somebody was an idiot here and didn't check this error type. And I bet you the error is that it couldn't make the connection. Yep. This right here is 100%. Logs. Let's see. Error. Failed to call create container on let's see, failed to create container on container creating service, whatever. Is there anything else to log here? I don't really think that anything else is useful at the moment. I can't believe I wasn't checking that. Can't believe Go would let me not check that. What's your guys' favorite language there on YouTube? What is it? Tell me. Now, I don't have any integrations for YouTube, but I do have some pretty sweet Twitch integrations that we made live on stream. So you might want to check that out. If you hit that follow button. Only on Twitch. All right, we're back up and running. Back up and kicking. Are we ready to see? I mean, this is just going to prove our point. I'm an idiot. I was sitting here thinking, oh, there's nothing else I'd want here. I'd want the error. My goodness. I didn't think this through. Not at all. And you know what we also would want here? We would also want I mean, we want the error. That's the big deal. I was thinking there was something else, and then it escaped my mind because I looked at chat to read chat. My bad. Let's see. We want the error. All right, let's go with this. I'll think of it, and then we'll have to build again, and everything will be awful. It's just not connecting. It's just networking. I'm convinced of that at this point. Oh, beautiful networking. Oh, we hate you. What the garbage? Failed to call create container. Yep, called it. Unavailable connection, transport, error while dialing. Got it. Tried to call 10.0.22.101. Is that where we're... Is this just some hard-coded coded number? We've got to make it look for the service, and there should be a service. Let's see. Here's adding in container builder. Oh, the ports look suspicious. The ports are looking suspicious. Where did this say? Um, 551. 551. So it got the right service in cluster service. And they're running in the same... Huh. They're running in the same namespace. It's getting the service. Interesting. Connection refused. 10.0.22.101. That was the right 10.0.22.101. Yep. 10.0.22.101. Yeah. So it actually looks like the networking is somewhat correct. Obviously, it's broken, wrong, garbage. But it seems like Kubernetes was set up in such a way that it was trying. So why would it not be able to connect? Well, we can look at the Docker file for the container builder. So my thought here is this could be binding to something that it's not getting routed through. So let's see where that normally goes. So from the container builder side of things, let's look through main, and we're looking at 4040. So really we need our service to go through 4040. We can check what that is right here. Let's just hit the D on that. That does not look correct. So let's hit the E on that. Let's just throw 4040 in here like this. See if this... I don't think this will fix it, but we can give it a shot. Still failed. I'm gonna guess Yeah, failed to call create container. I'm not sure if I need to restart this, right? Do I need to restart this after changing the service? I don't think so. But what I'd like to do... Oh, did I actually... I don't know if I actually changed the service. Let's try it again. Still don't think it will. On 4040. Now what we can do is update the tilt file. So let's do that really quickly. Tilt. And we're looking for the container builder service right here. Okay. Deployment container builder. Do we want to make this a load balancer? It'd be easier to debug. But I think a node port makes more sense. I think it makes more sense. So we want to change the target port to 4040. Actually, we don't. It's not even a node port. It's not publicly available. It is just a cluster port, cluster service. Okay, so that was already deployed. We can go ahead and try this now. Wait. It worked. Ha! So the one thing that I did that I think is a good point to point out, I went in here and changed this. The problem with going in here and changing it directly is that Tilt is monitoring this and keeping it correct for what it thinks. Uh-oh. We're not completely working here. Something happened. Let's do full round trip. Uh-oh. What's going on? It says one's running, but for some reason when we do this now, it's dying on us. Why? Can we see the logs? Doesn't. The interesting thing is there are no logs now, and we know that there should be at least some logs. What issues? Can you tell me what issues? You know what I'd like to see is the container builder. Yeah. Look at this. This is actually doing something. It actually got the information. Oh. I know maybe what's wrong. What's wrong. So we fixed our networking issue. This isn't my level, so have a good job. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Is this too low? Is this too simple? I am a simple person. I can't do very difficult stuff. I have to keep it simple. I think I know what's going on here, though. Let's check this out. I think we can do it. And look, I'm going to call you Ollie. Ollie? It's probably Ali or something. I don't know. Ollie. But Ollie, yeah. Even if this is too simple for you, you should stick around and help other people understand. Maybe help me understand. Let's see. What I was going to say is application here. Check this out. So we wrote this application and the container is building right now. But it actually failed. To be fair, it failed. Unable to clone the repo. Very height of my level, I mean. Yeah. Well, we're all learning together here, so don't worry about that. I know I posted my YouTube. I do educational YouTube content on my other YouTube channel. This is my live one. I'm probably going to rename this YouTube channel to Null Labs Live or something like that. I'm renaming my main YouTube to Null Labs, where I do some educational stuff. Actually, the database indexes, which I think at this point is going to have to be next week. I have a series on creating a database from scratch just to learn the things. And I'm going to be working on the next episode, which is about indexes. So we'll do it live on stream, but you'll also get a nice video as well out of it at the end. Okay, so basically this is what's happened, and this is cool. So it failed to build a container because the URL field is required. Unable to clone repository. Let's see, cloning repo. Does it tell us what repo it's trying? Maybe we didn't send it the URL of the repo we wanted to clone, but let's follow this. So we send another service that request, and then basically we, let's see. Oh, this is probably even more garbage than I was thinking. Oh, now I'm not sure. What I was thinking is that it's getting stuck waiting for that to build. There's a thread, I thought I was like pulling it, but it doesn't seem like I create the container and then I move on, but it seems to die. Interesting. And it's not posting any logs or anything. Interesting. So what it needs to do here is it actually needs to not do the next step because the container is not built. We actually need to wait a while. Now, if this was an event-based system, which in the future I hope it's an event-based system, we would just wait for an event. But for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to do a pull. We're just going to pull for the resource. What we do is just like full steam ahead and try to make it. Which this is probably failing. Let's see. This log doesn't even make sense. This log should be up here. Right there. And then we can delete this log. Okay. Cool. That would have caught us because we were trying to do this. So then we get this null application and we write to the database with the null application, which that's probably working, although all of our logs are failing. And then this is where I'm thinking it's getting consumed. We spin up a go function to check with it but we actually do the go function. So this should be on a separate thread and this should return. But for some reason, Ollie, what's your favorite language while we're at it? Russell, how are you doing today? I'm gonna have to think about this section. So let's put this on pause because I'm going to have to think about how I've screwed this up. Basically. So basically we've got it where everything kind of works. The API service calls the create. Oh, the second try. That's good. Man, having a headache is the worst. So I'm glad the extra sleep fixed it. What's happening is this API service calls this to create a container. And now this is failing because it's unable to clone the repo, which I'm not even sure I remember what repo. I gave it this one, which is this is public. So I don't know why it was unable to clone the repo. We can look into that. It should be able to clone the repo because it's just a public repo. It is public, right? Yeah, it is public. So it should have been able to clone the repo, but there's a bug. That's fine. The stranger part, let me show you something that's a little strange, Russell. Let me show you something that's a little strange. Let me just put in a panic here. Let's just full stop. Now, this is building these containers is causing my stream to be a little laggy. I'm sorry. So up to here, everything is working perfectly. Everything is working perfectly. Panic was probably not the best thing to do, but what I needed to do is have the code under it, not execute. So if we run this, I don't know why this keeps jumping a mile ahead. We get the panic full stop, but we actually get feedback from the server. The interesting thing is, and this doesn't get called. This doesn't, there's no new call to build a repository, but we delete this. And so this right here is the protobuffer server, gRPC, calling another service to build a container. After that, we just save that information for that application to the database. That's all this right here is doing, is just saving it to the database. Now, if you look here, there's, oh my, why is it doing this? Okay, that's super annoying. Super annoying. So panic isn't the greatest thing, but you'll notice there's logs. So when we get this panic, we get all of these beautiful logs, okay? All of this happens with those requests. So this is the new user creation stuff. That's going to happen, but we should see these logs here, all these beautiful logs, okay? But we remove this, And now watch this. Yeah. Error handling in Go apps are horrible. I give you that. Every third line is if error does not equal nil. It's a Go app. Yep. Easy to detect. Now watch this. We run this. We create a user. We get our beautiful logs for a user. Now we should get those couple logs with the org when we create an application. Now this works. This returns a status 200. And that means that it basically just fell off here, which is fine. It just worked. And there's this go function. But now watch, our service goes bad. I don't know what this is, and it doesn't post any logs. Oh, maybe it's actually restarting. Wait a second. Oh, it's panicking here. It is restarting. Never mind. I've just solved it. It doesn't go bad. It crashes. Cool. Okay, never mind. Thank you for letting me rubber duck with you, Russell. Thank you. That's better. So it just panics here. And I have a panic. Fantastic. So this is my while loop checking for a resource. Awesome. I don't log. I just panic. I literally am just like, nope. All right, let's just log this and keep checking. Like, seriously, this is the worst. I'm like, oh, if there's an error, just, why would this error, though? This shouldn't error. Why is this erroring? I guess I kind of want to stop checking. This isn't the status. This is, I mean, a request to them up here just worked. The create container, the build status. Well, let's get the error in a log. Maybe we'll still panic, but we'll at least log it. Let's see. What is our a.logs.error w failed to get build status. Error. Is that all we need? I guess this is probably all we need. Let's just build that. All right. We're super close, but wasted too much time on this. I see. Build status not implemented. Is this even possible? Oh. Wait. Oh, it's not actually an error in the call. It's an error from the server. It's an error from, Okay. Okay, this is just, I didn't implement build status. Let's check it out. Container builder. Builder. Server. Build status. We changed this. This should be a compile error though, right? Because one second. This should be because it doesn't have build status, but that should be a right. That function should be called that, but I mean that should be dictated by this. It's called build status. It literally said it didn't have the function, but it. Ugh. If that's not a build error, that is terrifying. Maybe I haven't rebuilt it since the proto was updated, because we did change all the names, and you're right. Maybe I never actually rebuilt it. That's a good call. We went through and made all the names a little bit better. So maybe it just hasn't been rebuilt. Yeah. Okay. That's hopefully that's what it is, because that should 100% be a build error, that it doesn't implement the interface. Oh, and we don't crash. We don't crash. Woo! Look at that. We're still going. You know what we don't do? We are not logging any of this crap. We're just the errors. Just the errors. But this should be... Oh, it's cloning the repo? It's what? Unable to clone the repo. Okay. So there's still a problem with... It's saying URL field is required. The URL field is required. Which is true. So let's make sure what we're passing it here. Let's actually just log out what we're sending this, so we know what the API server is sending the container creating server. So I pass repo URL. You are right. Yeah, let's check this out. Good. Let's check the proto out. Let's create container request. I mean, that is repo URL, which I mean that, but what is, let's look at the validation logic in the container builder. This looks fine. We're parsing it as a URL. Ensure the URL is a valid GitHub URL. As I'm only supporting public GitHub URLs at the point. Fetch the repository information. Yeah. Okay. So let's... Let's walk through this. So it's looking at repo.url. That's the right thing, right? Customer ID, build repo, build ID. This is the... That's what we're getting. Unable to clone repo, right? That's the message that... Yeah, unable to clone repo. So we're getting unable to clone repo as the message here. Is there not a go to bottom tail? How do I tell it to just go back to where it's supposed to be? I don't get a scroll bar either. Oh, I do. It's a little scroll bar. Okay, I can use that. What did I get over here? Failed to fetch URL. Oh, no. That's just that's a bad... That was just me testing the logging. Okay, let's, I think it's here. Yeah, this is the postman request. I was going to start logging everything that we send the request with. That was my thought. So we give it a name, the repo type, the directory. We're wanting to build the Go project. The resource group is the default, and the Git repo. Well, yes, Russell, but this is the protobuffer. So that is sent to the API server. So that's sent to the API app controller application. That is sent here. And that is Git repo right here. Now this Git repo is made into a protobuffer down here. Where is that made? Okay, right here. Right here. So that Git repo is passed as repo URL. Yeah. And I mean, this should be a compile time error, honestly, because I mean, this is the protobuffer it created. It's the create container request. So it should be impossible for this to build with the wrong thing. Like, it is a statically compiled thing. I don't know about the interface. I still think it should have been wrong, but let's run this again and see the error again. And then I kind of just want to log everything that I send just to make sure that it's not getting mutilated or something. Yes, that's what I want to do is log that. Because, yeah, unable to clone the repo. This seems to be doing fine up to that. And this right here it's showing the Git repo, everything. Yeah, it's looking good here at the request on the API server. So let's jump back over to the container builder. Oh, wow, I can't spell. All right. So let's just log everything that's printed here. Wait. Do we have a logger even on this server? Yes, we do. That's just the name of the application. You have to give the application a name. And the Go project here is a ping pong service. So it's just my testing. That's just that you have to give your application a name. So it's a test and it's the Pong server. This could literally be whatever you want. I mean, this is to display in a dashboard so that you know what your application is named. So it could be like, you know, literally whatever. It doesn't matter, honestly, to the backend servers. This doesn't matter. We embed that in the container that we build, but it doesn't matter. This uses Zerolog instead of Zap. We need to switch it over to Zap. We're zappers. That's for sure. I've actually really liked the Sugar Zap logs. I think they're nice. Let's see. We are. This should be logging the repo URL already. Did we see that? What? Processing build for repo. Blah. This is it. Blah. There's nothing. This is nothing. This is zilch, zero, nada. All right. Oh, oops. Let's see. Is it merely that I did this? Is that it? Is it not reading this in? I think it's reading it as an empty string. Get repo. Done. Get repo. And honestly, instead of changing this, I would just, let's just change this to get repo instead of capital. I just realized I don't use any of these until I actually build the thing. So all of these could just be, I use resource group though. Resource group is working. I don't know. Can't hurt. Let's just do that. All right. I don't know if we still have our user or if we've redeployed. Let's do that. Let's check our container. Oh, there we go. We got it. Nice. We were just being dumb in how we send stuff. This, oh, this, I think this is a good stream for another day. Cannot connect to the Docker daemon at varlib or var run docker sock. Okay, that is a great stopping part for everything's kind of working, but this is definitely a thing. So I'll go over what it is, and then we're going to talk about databases and indexes because, yeah, this is a good stopping point actually. So let's all right, let's I'll show you guys where it's at. It's a great problem for another day though. All right, so I thought I gave this a shot. I gave this a shot to fix this by not fixing it. So what I did was deployment, container server builder, container builder deployment. All right. This was my attempt. I tried to mount the Docker sock into the container. And it didn't work. So I've never done this before. So I did the Docker sock here. And then I obviously had to give security context to privilege. I just did those two things. I thought maybe this would work. Obviously, I thought wrong. Now, this isn't the right way to do this. Building a container in a container is actually a hard problem. Varlib Docker is the Docker config. So this. So basically, I'm just passing all of the configuration up so that it would run right. If you don't have this, then you don't have the images and you don't have like the storage that Docker uses. Am I passing? Are you passing the Docker sock as a -v to bind it to the path internally? I am passing it like this. I have never done this before, so maybe I assume that I'm passing it wrong like this, Dutch. I am assuming that this is not the right way. Yep, you're 100% right. I screwed it up. But yeah, it said cannot connect to the Docker sock. Unix var run Docker. That's where I did it. Var run Docker, right? So, and then I did do the security context as privileged. Oh. Oh, you guys know what? Will this work inside of kind? Will this work inside of kind? Because kind is already dinding. So this is dinding inside of dind. Dind in dind. And I don't know if kind mounts it here. Right? I was kind of thinking of this as running on a computer, but I don't know if this is where kind is, because right now the kind it's running in a kind cluster. Can you see the command to run the cluster? Or to run the container? This is the command. It's a deployment. Are you asking to see kubectl apply -f? I don't run it directly, but we can do kubectl apply -f. Tilt is running that. Right here. Like I said, I think this is a good stopping part for this right here, because like I gotta think on it. I mean, I gotta Google it. I think is maybe a more correct statement. Kind deployment Docker in Docker. Yeah, and it's right. Host path. My understanding of what we've done with host path here. My understanding is that it's correct. But like I said, I haven't really done it, so like, don't. I'm not saying it's correct. I just. The host path to the file, I think is correct. But I don't know if we're getting screwed because of kind. Because kind itself is running in a container. Maybe I can SSH into it? Into the kind container and see where the Docker sock is? Because maybe the Docker sock is not in the right place. Or I say right place, but the place I'm expecting it to be. So Docker PS Docker. Right, and the node is a Docker container. That's the weird part with kind. The node is a Docker file or a Docker container. Oh, I forgot Zellage doesn't copy and paste in WesTerm. hate this. 7 DD4 7 6 4 E13. That's dumb. Okay. Docker exec IT bin bash. Hopefully it has bash. Yeah, cool. Okay. So let's ls what was it? var run docker. No Docker. No Docker is a key thing here. That we're mounting a nothing. We're mounting a whole lot of nothing. Kind where is Docker? Var run. That's where we looked. Wait, did I just miss it? Is it there? No, there's no Docker sock here. By default, oh, that's that one. Kind nodes do not run Docker. They run containerd inside Docker. There's no Docker socket on the nodes. The nodes themselves are Docker or Podman experimentally containers because developers typically use Podman. Kubernetes dropping support for Docker as a runtime kind of. But where do they mount the socket? I don't care. Like, I got it. Okay, that's not helpful. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do find. So we'll just do find. We're at the root, right? CD root, yeah. Find here. We're going to say the type is of file, right? It's just F for file, and then we're going to do name as just star. No, we know the name of it. Docker.sock. Actually, let's just look for sock. Let's do star.sock because they could do like containerd sock or something like that. Okay, we can do it your find. Let's try that. I was doing it not with. I was doing it with this. Let's just grep sock. There we go. This is better. This is better. So we have a containerd sock here. We have a containerd sock here. Okay. Okay, let's just try that really quickly. we'll just pass up the container D sock, which, I mean, Docker, when it runs, it uses container D. Like that's the back end to it. Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Good point. Thank you. Let's jump back into here. Let's var lib. Is container D there? Yeah. Okay. So we'll just set this up to var lib container D. Locally, I've only tested this service with Docker, so hopefully it's all good. Hopefully it's all good. I don't like Zellage. I'm done with Zellage. Before the next stream, I've got to set up WesTerm to do it, or just use tmux. All right, so on that, are we ready? Well, that is looking for var run docker sock. So I think the service has a hard coded the service, the container builder. It might be that build packs is just looking for it. I could alias it. It should work. Yes? I don't know. All right, how do I grep again? Is it space FG? Live grep. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so we want to grep for docker.sock. So I never specifically state docker sock. So I think this is the build packs. Build packs configure to use container D. Do people use Homebrew on Linux? Just asking. Asking for a friend. Oh, you have once or twice? You also use a Mac though. So I don't know. I don't know if that counts. Use everything. You have a little Atari over there building on it. Okay, let's see. This has got to support an OCI. But they're not saying anything on it. Building on Podman. Okay, well, so if it can build on Podman, it can build on Containerd. All right, it can be used as a standalone daemon CLI with blah, 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 blah. You can even use alias docker equals podman, and it should work as expected. Besides running as a standalone daemon CLI, podman can also serve as a Docker API daemon using podman system service subcommand. You can just use blah, Docker host environment. So we just need to set the Docker host environment variable. That's what I'm reading here. Homebrew on Linux is a chore in itself, so that's fantastic. Okay, so I think what we need to do is oh, it's actually called Homebrew? That's fantastic. What we need to do is deployment container builder. We have a config, and we need to do Docker host. Wait. What was it? It's run containerd. It's run containerd. Run containerd All right. Write that. Deployment. Service. No. Container. All right. So in here, one, I screwed this up. It's run. This wasn't gonna work anyways. Run. That was good of me to catch. And then here we've got to add name. But was it Docker host? Yeah. Docker host value from config map keyref Docker hack name. Wait, what did I don't remember what I named it. Can I just go back to the last buffer? Can I please go back to the last buffer? I named it Docker host. Okay. but it's in the container builder config. Oh, no. Container builder config. I hate where I have to hit escape out of insert mode to then hit, O to go back into insert mode because I can't hit return. Key is Docker host. So this is still even a hack because in theory, I shouldn't be writing the Docker socket into, I shouldn't be exposing the Docker socket into a container because that's risky, because if that container ever got compromised, then they would have root on my machine. That's the problem. All right, did we do tilt up? Yes, we did. So tilt should have applied that. Let's, you know what? It should maybe just restart this just to make sure it gets the environment variables. I don't reload those things. Still is looking at the wrong place. So what I want to do really quickly then is check the deployments, check out the container builder. Let's just describe that, see what it's got going for it. Huh, interesting. So this is set to the key of the registry URL, but that doesn't say this here. Did I misspell something? That looks right. Let's just look at the YAML of that then. This is not right. Control E to cancel suggestion. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I only knew to hit escape to cancel suggestion, which wasn't what I wanted to do. Cool. So this is obviously not right because this is not what I would expect. Did I mistype? I did. Capital F. There we go. All right. My goodness. Nice. All right, so it's at least going. It at least got the new one. Unable to create pack client. All right. So it's still not working, but at least we've updated it. Unable to create container D, it's run container D sock, right? I believe that is where we said that was going. Run container D dot sock. Yeah. Okay. So that's run container D dot sock. Yeah. Okay. And this is correct here too. Run container D dot sock. Yeah. Okay. Still a good stopping point. Oh man, it's actually 1:45. Shoot, this is probably a stopping point for me for the stream as a whole, actually. I wanted to do 45 minutes on. All right, next Saturday. We are doing database indexes. We're doing basic database indexes, intro to database indexes. We're going to create the simplest database index, and then we're going to talk about some of the problems that database index has and why it's actually one of the fastest database indexes, but why it's not used. It's not used because while it is the fastest, it has a problem. So that's what we'll do next Saturday. I'm getting home as long as my flight gets home on time on Friday, and then we'll have a stream on Saturday, and we'll do database indexes. I'm away on Tuesday and Thursday. So no stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So the weekday streams are not happening. Oh, I'm actually going to be in California on a work trip. So you know what? I will post some pictures of me working just so you know that I'm not playing Starfield. My Friday stream might be a little late. I might sleep in. So I don't know exactly when my Saturday stream will happen. It might be a little later than usual, but I'll do a Saturday stream. Playing Starfield in California on the beach. I will. It's actually going to be like super hectic because I fly Tuesday, and then it will be like Thursday and Friday, and like the flying from where I'm at, it's pretty rough because it's about 10 hours because I have to take a connection. It's even rougher because it's 3 hours different time zone. So basically to catch my flight, I leave at 9 a.m. Or I leave at 5 a.m. And I will get there at 11 a.m. And it's pretty rough. Yep. I have to get to the airport at 5. I have to get at the airport at 5. My flight is at 6. I get there at 11. But it's or 11, like 11:30, 11:45. But there's 3 hours, so it's a very long day. So anyways, yeah, we'll see exactly when I stream, but it will be on Saturday sometime. Anyways, we're going to do database indexes. It will be fun. I'll probably try to get this working off stream and maybe just do a little thing on it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll at least try to research it a little bit. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. See you guys tomorrow, and I'll talk to you later.